Here is a short video clip to give you a peek into Sunrise Readers Books 1, 2 and 3. Book 1, Friends, is the starter of this reading scheme. Children are invited to look at the front cover, talk about the picture, and looking at the back cover, the adult should read the blurb to give the child an idea what is inside the book. Pictures in early storybooks are always very important because they tell the details in the story when a child doesn't yet have the skill to read the words necessary to give those details. When reading with your child, ask them to talk to you about these pictures. Who do they see? What are they doing? Why are they doing it? What's happening in this picture? What do you think will happen next? The child will tell you the story unfolding in each picture. Storytelling is a very important skill in learning to read. Picture power is very important too. The words you see here will have been introduced to the children in advance as sight words, whilst all the time phonics are being taught systematically using a trusted and tried phonics scheme. By the end of Book 1, Friends, the children are able to identify letters as the starting sounds in words, and many will also be able to sound out short CVC words. Those are consonant vowel consonant words. Teaching reading is a science. Early reading books need to repeat words regularly in order to embed them in the learner's memories. Without the pictures to bring life and detail to each story, these sentences you see here might seem simple, very simple, and repetitive, but the learners are also being exposed to simple sentence structures and punctuation. You'll see the capital letters beginning each sentence, full stops. Children are learning all of these things. Teachers and parents are always delighted with the way this simple approach to reading grows the children's confidence. Remember, the systematic teaching of phonics in separate lessons at the same time is vital to success. Our teacher's guide is free and downloadable in PDF form on our website. As you will see, the sight words continue to be repeated and reinforced, whilst a new one is gradually introduced in most stories. The pictures, as said before, contain a lot of detail to interest the children, and you should spend time talking about what they see. Here you see an activity page. From Book 6, the Sunrise Readers include short comprehension reading activities called Do This after most stories. Teachers have loved these over the years. These are introduced gradually in Books 4 and 5, the Level 1 books. In the starter level, Books 1 to 3, a few activity pages are included. These are also available to download free of charge from our website. Most teachers and parents don't want their children to write in their reading books. Please note, workbooks will be available for the starter level books early in 2024. As you can see, each book has a word list and phonics or language focus on the inside of the front cover. We encourage teachers and parents to introduce these words to the children on flashcards before the child is given the book to read. Please look at our teacher's manual for all the details. Here you are introduced to Sunrise Readers Book 2, Work and Play. Remember to introduce each book to the children by surveying the front and back covers first, just as you would before you bought a book or borrowed it from the library. Refer to our teacher's manual for ideas about how to do this. The Sunrise Children's Family are introduced in Book 2. you'll find that Tatenda, David, Jenny, and Chipo, introduced in Book 1, become your children's friends as they read through the reading scheme. Parents and teachers, as well as adults who read the Sunrise Readers themselves when they were children, tell us how well the children identify with the children and families in the Sunrise Readers. These books are written by people who were born and grew up in Africa and raised their own children in Africa. And the children of Africa identify with these families and these stories. Before revising the Sunrise Readers, we consulted with teachers, and one of the things they recommended that we introduce or expose the children to in the Sunrise Readers is that not all families are nuclear families anymore, and many families have relatives living with them. So we're so happy to introduce to Tatenda and Chipo's busy family their grandmother, who stays at home and takes excellent care of them. Here you see an example of one of the activity pages in Book 2. Once again, you have here an example of the word list that you'll find on the front inside cover of each book. And of course, we are hoping that you would have introduced these words to your children in advance. And that would mean that you would have been introducing these words to your children while they were reading Book 1. And that would be because they had learned the sight words for Book 1 before they even began. I hope that makes sense. Book 3, Home and School, the last book in the starter level books.